Good afternoon from New York. Today's topic, spiritual but not religious, the mystic experience of empathy and inner awareness. A lot of you might be wondering, what is this channel about? And some might say, oh, it's just another political channel. And, actually, it's not about being about politics. It's about love and the love flow that is ego transcendent, and how that might be considered in how you vote. So we try not to be too embroiled in the constant drama, but to scare people one way or another, because that's not the path of the enlightened mystic. We're inviting you to be your own mystic, and having an objective kind of approach to that is based as much as possible on science and reason. So I call it the objective mystic. The true mystic isn't about religion. It's about an inner experience that is life-changing, transforming, and ego transcendent, and virtuous, which means helping with the love flow. And as I said when I began, it's about empathy and inner awareness. There are three role play approaches that we use, which are very effective, and that's taking different perspectives, communing, as it were, with objective, creative, and compassionate empathy, and doing that in a kind of role play way. And there are three types of role play, and there are three types of meditation used, which is about inner awareness, a connection transcendent to the ego of your simple feelings, your emotional self, which I call the infant mind, that is not attached to language. And so those three approaches bring you out of language and help you to be in touch with yourself in three ways: playful, focused, and expressive. And those are the three types of meditation that are employed in this system. The communication between yourself and compassion. Compassionate empathy is basically communication between yourself and significant others, taking the role of either the caregiver, someone who is wanting to show love, and someone who is a receiver of that love. So that's what we call a dialogue or inner role play of the kid and the caregiver, and basically you're just talking to significant others and staying in touch with your feelings. Now, all of this is feeling related. When you reflect, this is a reflective exercise. When you reflect, that's all about feeling, and feeling is connected to what helps you survive and your species to survive. And so that's why, also why we say, the way to the divine, or the ultimate love reality is bliss. The way to the ultimate reality is love. And love takes you ultimately to bliss. That brings me to the dialogue between yourself and your creative empathy, which in this system is called the kid. Communicating with your inner artist, which looks at things from different perspectives in order to empathize and care for you. Kind of way to have creative guided meditations of sorts for you to experience. And the perspective of the artist in this case is unique because it is essentially the imaginer of all you imagine. It is the creative source of all your empathies and even your self-concept, or even your lack of it. And that's, why I say that's the brain. Well, objectively, that is at least the brain. If people want to speculate beyond that, it's up to them. But the mystic path is about experience, not beliefs. It's not, it's certainly, you don't see mystics walking around and believe this or else. And since everything is about healing, about loving and healing, there's no room really for a punishing attitude. That doesn't mean we abandon traffic tickets, but it means that you don't try to hurt people because they hurt people. You try to heal minds. I've heard one channel say that the path of mystic is not about anything or anybody but yourself. I disagree, and our system would disagree, that you can't help somebody else. Yes, you can. A catalyst for change can be any activist for love. Any single individual can be a catalyst for change in society, and social changes, which can occur through politics and other means, can also be catalysts for change. The thing to look out for is anything with a punishing attitude connected. That is not the way of the objective mystic. You seek to heal and to understand. You don't seek to punish. That's just a raw instinct to people that, you hurt me, I'm going to fight you, I'm scared of you, I'm going to fight you, yeah, but reflect a little bit. As the one great mystic, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, with an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, pretty soon everybody will be blind and toothless. So that's the mark of a true mystic, is that they're about healing and not punishment. And the only point we make about politics is choosing people who show empathy, at the very least, and skills are the secondary thing to consider. But first of all, where's their heart at? If it's all about punishment, blaming somebody, then it's probably not what we need. So that's our foray into politics, and there are plenty of other channels that talk about politics almost exclusively, and they're sometimes deeply embedded in drama and the desire to punish people. That's not what Jesus taught. Okay, no great mystic taught that. So, but it's not about following a teaching. It's about experimenting and finding your way with practices. So this channel is about practices that increase our empathy and our awareness, and that help the love flow in society. Just wanted you to know. So at this point, I'm going to give you my Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. And since this is not an edited, pre-programmed sort of thing, it's straight from the heart, I do miss a few things, and I did not explain one more thing I think necessary, and that's objective empathy and how you do that. So I've been talked about the other three approaches for another day. That's between your dramatic self, which, as you know, I call the kid, and your more adult objective self, talking back and forth, and how you feeling today. It's more about understanding where you are now and how you can be comfortable with and find a better future. Whereas the compassionate is more about what's already happened, and what is happening, but also what has happened before. And so that's about embracing the good things you couldn't feel because you were too hurting. Your feelings and needs were too pained for you to embrace that love at the time. And also unlearning helplessness in terms of expressing your feelings and feeling them, and knowing that damaged faith and love that you experienced involve losses, what are now, today, losses. And that spurs a whole healing approach. And so, with that addendum, if I use that word right, I'll close with my favorite phrase, namaste, which basically says what Carl Sagan said, a great physicist and mentor of Neil deGrasse Tyson. We are the universe knowing itself. You know, if that isn't cool enough, I don't know what would be cool for you. And thank you for your time. Please subscribe and advance wherever you are the empathy and the awareness that we need as human beings to get along and come together and help the love flow for everyone. Namaste.